Good evening. I'm going to read to you from a book called Black Belt Fitness for Life. This is written by Master Tae-Sun Kang, my GrandMaster, who is someone very influential and very special to me. I'm going to read to you from the chapter called Self-Defense. Throughout the history of mankind, for whatever reason, there has always been fighting. As the most intelligent beings on this planet, we've developed ways to give ourselves an added advantage during conflicts by creating weapons, whether it be missiles, tanks, bombs, guns, or whatever else we could come up with. Even at this very moment, there are researchers and scientists out there trying to create a perfect weapon, giving superiority over the rest. If only they knew that the perfect weapon has already been created. A weapon that's armed and ready 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and doesn't need someone to control it or maintain it, because it can think for itself. And the best part is, you never have to worry about ammunition, because you can never run out of it. Are you curious to know what it is? It's us. Can you believe? Yes, we are the perfect weapon. The only problem is that most of us don't realize we possess this capability. Our entire body can become a devastating weapon with the proper training. The Eastern style of fighting was developed thousands of years ago in Asia, first as a form of mental and physical exercise, then as a tool for survival. Nowadays, especially with the popularity of MMA, which is mixed martial arts, I can see what all of you are thinking: two gladiators going at it in a cage. Actually, this is not what martial arts is about. Martial arts is a method of defense. It is about understanding how to use your opponent's body to your advantage, regardless of how big they are. But it wasn't designed by warriors or gladiators, just the opposite. It was designed by individuals who felt they were at a disadvantage when it came to fighting. As a matter of fact, the original creators of most of these martial arts styles were barely 5 feet tall. I'm not going to try to explain to you all of the techniques I've practiced in the past 45 years, but I can tell you that the most important concept of martial arts training, focused energy versus dispersed energy. Instead of giving you a long, drawn-out explanation of what this means, I'm going to ask you a simple question, and I'm sure you'll figure out the answer on your own. What would do more damage, a book slammed across your face or a pencil thrusted into your eye? Okay, that sounds kind of bizarre. I'm sure you figured out the answer. There is no question about it. Can you imagine the amount of damage a pencil stabbed into the eye can do? You're right, there's blindness. No question about it. But even worse, maybe death. Do you see what I'm saying? Size is not a factor, but understanding how to focus your energy and striking your opponent in the most vulnerable areas of the body is the key. So something like a thumb or a finger to the eye in place of that pencil can be a deadly weapon. Often, some of my new students will ask me questions about how can they defend themselves against a gun, a knife, multiple opponents, whatever. My answer to them is always that there's no way you can get out of every situation. Even someone like the President with 100 Secret Service agents protecting him can get shot. But having some knowledge of self-defense will give you an added advantage over having no knowledge at all. Of course, there are some who will tell you that one style of martial arts is better than the others. My response to that remark is, there is no one style that is better than any of the other. It's more about your personal preference and the right guidance. really, is one ethnic group better than another? We know the answer, no. Or is one religion better than the other? You're right, there are people in the world who believe this. Unfortunately, this is one of the main reasons for all the conflicts around the world, past and present. My strong belief, as far as learning self-defense properly and effectively, is that you should participate in a martial arts program in any studio. This will give you direct, hands-on approach and help you develop the confidence that in-home training can never do. It's not just the knowledge of the techniques, it's learning to develop proper timing. Just like many things in life, timing is everything. And in a self-defense situation, how quickly and effectively you respond can be the difference between your life and death. There are a lot of fine studios out there teaching various styles of martial arts, but definitely do some research if this is the routine or the route you're seeking. I would steer clear of any martial arts teacher who says the style he or she teaches is the best. As much as I love Taekwondo, and I do, I'm an admirer of all the martial arts, and I don't believe one style is superior to any of the others. As for defending yourself, each one has its own pros and cons. Most important than choosing a style of martial arts is finding a teacher you feel comfortable learning from. In this self-defense section, I'm not going to teach you a self-defense for every offense, since no one can be 100% prepared for every threat. Instead, I'm going to show you how certain parts of your body can be used as a weapon, so that whatever confrontational situation arises, naturally, I would say hopefully none, you'll have an added advantage in defending yourself over someone with no knowledge at all.